Okay, so I have had some things wrong. Um, you can't just float in space and like you're not gonna age. This the time dealization. Yeah, look it up yourself because I'm not gonna explain. But technically, if you go at the speed of light, you shoot something at the speed of light out of the universe. Um, t- Time will like slow down or stop, and then you reverse it and come back. Einstein's um, his theory of this, or the time dealization. I'm not saying it correctly, but basically, if you was to send a probe out at the speed of light and it comes back, it Earth would have aged billions of years. So, if you can control it, so like if you can make it travel at the speed of light to a certain distance outside. So like if you make something travel at the speed of light and then it goes like billions and billions and trillions of miles away or whatever, and then it comes back. Well, time would have went by really like so what you want to do is like send it out so far, like it goes the speed of light so far, so it only goes a couple billion, or like a couple million, or it starts getting less and less. Then if you can communicate with it, you have to be able to like this stuff we don't have, like the technology. If you can be able to communicate with it, we can we can predict the future if we can like see like um what Earth is like but like have things sent, like if we can communicate, we have to be able to communicate with the probe, because it's kind of like it's like I guess we're like traveling through space, kind of like we're just traveling with the sun or whatever, or orbiting the sun. So like if we send a probe backwards and it comes back, time's gone past. So that's so weird to think about, but that's how you would have to do some type of a time machine. But the problem with humans is like our body can't withstand. They think that our bodies can withstand probably the speed of light, but it's the acceleration. So you'd have to like slowly work your way up to um, the speed of light if it was ever possible. That's the only way we'll be able to travel. Um, and then like the same thing with the decrease. You can't just like abruptly. It's kind of like going down into the ocean. Like our bodies can only handle pressure. Like when we come up, you start having some major problems if you come up too quickly. Um, that would be the concept, but obviously, like we don't have that technology. We probably won't have that technology in my lifetime. And it just sounds like Star Trek stuff, but like that is still crazy to think about if we could like create, because they're making probes right now that are stutter. They have one out right now, and it's not gonna last much longer. It's studying interstellar space, and like there's plasma, like the what is it, like the magnetic field and how cold it is. That's what I forgot. Space is like extremely cold. Um, it's not very hospitable for humans. It's like you want to stay on your planet unless like we have like some type of alien technology that can aid us, because like the combustion the combustion engine is not really great for space travel. It's just too slow. It's too primitive. We need something that will like um, I don't know if our bodies could even withstand it anyway. So, but the thing is, like, we can send probes out, like AI probes, you know. So, but it is interesting because I was like, if we had two humans, one was born on Mercury, one was born at Pluto at the same exact time, you know, and they live there, if it was hypothetically possible or whatever, one would actually be older, but like they biologically would age the same. So like if they lived like 80 years where they're at, and then like they met up at some planet, they like one would be older than the other, which is weird to think. That's what I'm saying. Like that's weird to think about how time changes going outside. Like like our sun affects time as we think anyway. But when we go to a different solar system, time could be different there too. You know, you might see you might see like 12-hour days or week-long days. That would be crazy. One week it's sunny, the next week it's just dark for the whole week. That would be pretty bad. That probably wouldn't be very good. um, I don't think you would be able to survive very long. I don't think that's probably not even possible anyway. So, like, yeah, I'm obviously you can tell that I'm not very educated in this area, but it's definitely it sparks my interest for me to have some type of general knowledge about this type of stuff. I don't need to become some type of expert, but it's cool to think about, like, well, you know, like we can actually go, if you can travel at the speed of light, like we can send something into the future, essentially, like, you know, if you can send it out and it comes back and Earth's and everything's aged. So like I wonder if you can do it the other way, like if you send it the opposite way, like where Earth's traveling, I mean where the sun's traveling, what would happen? Maybe it's the same effect. I don't, nobody really knows. Like, this is all hypothetical. This stuff we don't really, we don't know. We, like, this is what we think. We obviously have like probes out there that give us information, but like we really, this, you know, like I'm telling you the Einstein hypothesis about time and everything, and if you're like closer to a planet, time does slow down too. Um, like a big object, time slows down. Traveling, you know, that's kind of weird to think about. Um, but it's such a like, it's such a, it's not like a big. So like, if these two people met, like one would have probably aged a couple minutes more than the other one. Like that's kind of weird to think about. Um, so yeah, if you go farther away from here and then come back, um, technically you can travel into the future essentially, if you could withstand the speed of light. You know, it's just like you leave and come back, you leave and come back. Um, yeah, the body doesn't, our body can't, but we might be able to make something that can withstand that. Um, like, imagine being able to send a time capsule into the future. Okay, like it's a probe, right? Like, we want to send one um, in 2 weeks from now. So we send one, I don't know, man. I don't, but maybe it's years. I don't know. But like, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But you can definitely probably um, go into the future if you can withstand going into the speed of light by leaving Earth so far, probably just so far, and then coming back. Um, because like I said, the farther you go, uh, you'll it'll age by like billions of years. The trick would be like to be able to go come back and then be able to reverse that, so you can come back to where you initially were, to be able to like see like how things are, if we can like change things so like we have good outcomes instead of negative outcomes. Yeah. Um, and I definitely think that there's probably some. They're definitely okay. Think about it. The Pentagon. As far as I think they've lost like $1 trillion. Like you just lose $1 trillion. It's billions. They've lost like billions of dollars, and they deny the UAPs. They deny it. Like, why would you deny it and you're missing all this money? Because they know something. The Pentagon knows something. So we definitely need, um, if there is definite, we have spacecraft that is not made from humans. Um, if there's like bodies or like beings that are from anything that we know of on this planet, it would be cool if we all just like, can we? I just want the truth, man. Just want the truth, so we don't. So like we can stop fighting and work together. Just get the truth out there. Um, and work together for to make things better. To try to um the main goal is so to preserve humanity, at least like a if somebody comes along at some point in the future and they're like, well, that's that's cool, like, hey, this species existed, this happened, and it's just like they have access to the internet type of deal. And they can like look at all the stuff that we've done and like everything that's on the internet, like they have access to. That should be our goal. So like we preserve this, we preserve it in case something happens. Um, I mean, at some point the star, the sun's going to burn out or implode. So like everything that we'll have to get this information way off of here, and way out into space. Like we, especially if the sun turns into some type of like black hole or whatever, and everything it starts sucking everything in. Then obviously everything in this material world is, who knows what happens, destroyed. Um, what is it? What's on the other side of a black hole? Like we don't know. We just think it's destruction. It's kind of it's a weird thing, a weird phenomenon. Um, but yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know what else to really talk about with that.